Cancer, diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and asthma are all examples of non-communicable diseases, and sadly, these diseases are the leading cause of death globally. But do they really affect us here in Africa? And are Africans really living with these diseases? Find out here at the African NCD Champions podcast as we share incredible stories of Africans living with non-communicable diseases. My name is Ogweno Stephen and I'll be your host. Let's roll.
Transient ischemic attack is like a warning sign for the stroke. You hear somebody talk about like one side of my body, sometimes I feel it's numb. I feel sometimes like some itchy sensations. One side, that's a warning sign. It means something is coming. Now, when you get a stroke that's hemorrhagic, it means you're having a bleed in the brain. Or if it's just so you mean you're okay today, but tomorrow you go sleep, you find tomorrow you cannot move one side of your body. That's stroke. You find people watching football today, you just collapse. Then you realize one side of your body is not working. That's stroke. You try to brush your teeth, you find one side of your face is pulling to. You cannot be. There's a problem with your face. There's a problem with your hand. There's a problem with the leg on one side. That's stroke. So the question is, what comes with when that happens to a person? What's next? You're okay today, you're a footballer, you're working, you're in the office, something has happened, which I will just use the word accident. It means now you are back like a baby. Now when you're a baby, it means you're depending on other people to take care of you. Now you go to the hospital, you find they're talking about the making of the diagnosis of stroke. It's not easy, but then from the family, they may think of their myths associated with stroke. So they may not take you to the hospital immediately. You may not access the medical care, and when you get to the hospital, they may not understand exactly
what's happening.
So it may take time. But you see, you're bleeding in the brain. You have a clot in the brain. So that brings about more
complications
to the patient, and that's what I've seen in our practice here. Then is a journey. So if you are lucky, you make to the hospital and they treat you well, you'll end up now with the deficits, whereby you're talking about now rehabilitation. So I happen to work with the patient all that journey from now. When it happens, someone comes to the hospital. If you are lucky, you go to the ward. You are not lucky, maybe the bleed's too much, you go to the ICU. You may survive, not survive. Some people may just, if it's a mild stroke, you find your outpatient care and all those things. Then rehabilitation comes in. Rehabilitation is what will bring change to these people. How do you teach this guy, how do you walk? I'm teaching you now how to walk again.
How to walk again, how to write.
I'm teaching how to do all these things again. How do you see it? How do you walk? How do you speak? Because stroke comes with 100 things. You are not able to speak. Some not able to speak. Some not able to use the eye on the affected side. Some not able to use the hand again. Some not able now to. All those things are back. Some are able to control their urine. Some are not able to control their stool. Some are in diapers again. You can imagine that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're lucky, you're not going to ICU, you go to the ward. Now, that is now where rehabilitation picks it up.
Where it begins.
Yes, it begins there. The family is not stranded. Family's expectations like maybe are going to heal tomorrow, because every patient wants a change tomorrow. The patient thinks maybe I'm healing tomorrow, and also, and in medical we know it may take long time.
A few years.
It might take years for you to be able now to function again. So that's why now the rehabilitation is very corner. It will have to bring and see the reversible. There are things you may reverse, some of the gains, some of the deficits you may reverse, some may remain permanent. And we are talking about the family are waiting to see the change, the miracle that the guy will look tomorrow, which is not maybe possible. But we work with the patients, they come to maybe discharge, and they still continue coming as outpatient, which may not end tomorrow. It's a
A lifelong commitment.
Yes.
So have you found challenges with families? When you rehabilitate members of the families, how do they pick it up?
There are massive challenges with this, with the families or people who have suffered stroke, because first they don't understand. This is a new husband, this is a new mother, this is a new child. They are never aware of such thing. And also behind their mind, so they also think about what might have happened. Is it there are myths? There are too much myths related to stroke. Now, the challenge is they may not be easy for them to understand. Have you heard from them? You find that even the patients themselves, they are going through some of this emotional.
They're in denial.
They're depressed. They're like, let me die, and you are here telling them you are not dying tomorrow. Things must happen. This is the way to do it.
There is steps to take.
So what we normally do, we empower the family, or the immediate family. Like some people, the families, it may be initially hard, and some of them find their husband, their wife, some of them separate and other things. But to bring them on board, because these are the guys, like, you're not staying in the hospital forever. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll be home. So you are the one to take care of this man. You are the one to take care of this wife. So you empower them with skills how to handle that. Then the community, some people have their organized communities. So you say, now, please, this is the way you can walk up this guy, this is the way you can assist him and other things. But there's too much psychological, emotional depression, challenges, and all that which have to be worked on. And to bring the team. So there's the physios, there's occupational therapists, the psychologists, the neurologists, and other things. So we work together to help our patients.
Second to last question, mental health, especially when you're rehabilitating, how serious of a condition is it, and then how has that been able to be navigated over time?
When we talk about mental health, even first there's a problem of understanding from the person, the individual himself, and then the next, the care, the family, the community. The moment you have a diagnosis.
Now that was incredible. Thank you for listening in. Share this with your networks and follow us on all social media at Storelink and at NCD Champions. See you on the next one.